Can you see me? Can you hear me? Well, can you see Ableton? Don't need to see me. Let me know in the chat if I'm coming through. It seems... Turn that down a bit. It seems that this week is the week that everything drops. We, of course, have Live 12.2, which is what we'll be looking at for a little while this evening. But I see also Reason 13.3. Funny that was it 13.3? Funny that that's 13.3 and this is 12.2. Strange pattern. And I was just seeing that Line 6 have announced, I think, maybe the Helix 11. Which I kind of wanted to watch, but I've got to do this stream, so I'll watch it later. Probably when I'm in bed or something. So, I have Ableton 12.2 in front of me. And I have my push, which at a push of a button, I can switch to there. Here it is. I've installed push 12.2, but I'll be using it in controller mode. And I also have a shot of both of them together at the same time. Isn't that nice? Let's go back here. So I feel a little bit bad because I think Human Synthetics is streaming at the same time as me, and I normally don't like to stream the same time as him. Don't like to cross the streams, but oh well, too late now. So I had a couple of ideas for things I thought I would have a go at, but, you know, feel free to suggest anything you'd like me to have a look at. Whether I do it or not, I can't guarantee. It's a bit echoey sound. Oh. Why would that be? Let me check. Let me check that that's true on my phone. No, I checked on my phone. There is no echo. Sorry, the echo's at your side. But thank you for, you know, warning me. Are there any chords that aren't expressive? Well, funny you should ask. I just had to install this. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's get rid of my silly kitchen music. So one thing that I am particularly excited about is that Max for Live using Max 9 is now bundled into Live 12.2, and I have made a special little device to celebrate this. There's a new object in Max 9 called JWeb tilde, which allows you to paste in a link from the internet and it'll load it in the Max patch. So I have made this little Max for Live device which you can paste links in and play them from inside Ableton with sound. And so if you want to sample, not that probably I should encourage this, but who cares, everyone does it anyway. If you want to sample your favorite TikTok or your favorite Instagram reel, you can do that here. So you paste the link in here, you press enter. I've done this already, and I've loaded in Rebecca Black's Friday, which I've stuck auto shift and some bit crushing on just to sort of try and mask it from the copyright police. Sounds kind of funny anyway. I wonder if the algorithm will pick that up. Okay, so there you go. That is there she is there. Look, she's just got out of bed. She's very upset. So yes, this will be on my Patreon later. It's going to need a little bit of work because sort of navigating the actual browser is a little bit weird. Oh, she's on tour, is she? That's interesting. We're not here to talk about her. Anyway, so that is something that you can get from Patreon later. I'll leave that there. So let's have a look at the expressive chords then, shall we? Let's see what it's all about. Let's go and get, I'll use electric. Wow. That was nice, wasn't it? Can I control that from here? Okay, let's get the push up as well. jazz as far. Let's maybe make this sound a little bit more juicy, shall we? Let's go and get amp, stick it to blues, turn the gain down a little bit. And we'll go and get a bit of old echo in here, set that to stereo. Turn the dry wet down a little bit. Maybe rock. Oh, yeah. Damn it, move. Something weird's going on with my mouse. I'm doing sort of quite an elaborate setup this evening. Cameras, stuff plugged in. It's hopefully not going to crash. All right, we've got some controls here. Tilt. What's that? What's this thing here? So that's showing us what the... what is that? What's tilt? What is tilt? Is it going to tell me? No. Okay, never mind. We'll just have to guess. So that's an inversion. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to sample that. Yeah, let's just turn that off. Let's resample it in here, shall we? All right. Actually, I'm going to do that again with slightly less strum. Maybe 20, 25%. 50, yeah, just 40%. All right, let's try that again. Well, that is very nice, isn't it? One I slightly screwed up a little bit. Let's maybe take these ones, go loop, and then crop it like an idiot. Where's crop? Normalize clip, crop clips. Okay. There's probably going to be some things that have changed that I'm going to find going to throw me off a little bit, but oh well. We'll just make do. Let's go and get those. Let's get some sort of drum rack thing going. I'm going to select this bit here, get that maybe, and we can put that in there. What do we have? Yeah, that's kind of nice. And then let's get another bit here, maybe this bit, and go here, drag that in there. And same again, perhaps for this bit. Come back a little bit there. Okay, let's get that, put that in there. And this little bit, last bit here as well. We'll get that and put that in there too. Come back. There we go. Right. All right. Sort of tidy this up a little bit. What kind of tempo do we want? What is the tempo? Let's go up for like 160. I have no idea what key any of that was in. F sharp, maybe. Maybe what I could do is get the MIDI. Let's make a MIDI track here, and we'll take that from Electric, Post Effects. Let's turn that on. Let's just record that. Let's see if it will record the output here. Let's see if that worked. Did that work? Hey, look at that. It worked. Okay, we can use that maybe later on with some stuff. Okay. Cool. So let's get some drums in here. What have I got here? I've got this folder of drums I've been sort of using. They're fairly sort of inoffensive drum breaks. Yeah, that's quite nice. Okay, let's maybe do something with this. Let's get that. Let's put that in there. Let's maybe get all of that in. I wonder if there's something I was thinking. Like, I wonder if it will put the start and loop points in. I was thinking about this today as I was mentally rehearsing. Ah, no, it doesn't. So, but yes, it does. Yeah. Okay, snap off. Warp on. Length is that long. Yeah. And then another one there. Length is that long. No, that long. No, this long. Ah. Yeah, so that you can set the length like that. Go to this one. No, did that wrong. Did that wrong. Press and hold. Select the length like that. Okay, this one. Press and hold. Select the length like that. All right. Okay, so I've gone to an 1/8 note resolution, which means I can sort of have all 4 bars on the sequencer there like that, which is nice. Yeah. All right, a little bit loud. Tiny little bit loud. So I just did that with the capture button. Lovely. I'm trying to use the push a lot more, but you know, sometimes I just get distracted by the mouse. Let's do quantize to just quantize to 16th notes, I think. So that should all be in here now. Where are we? Yeah, there we go. So I saw that if I press shift, I think, and press this, yeah, I can change the color. So let's make it this color. And then the note in there will be the same color, which is kind of fun. So if I change this one here to this color, yeah, you can see that that is now the same color. You probably can't see on the screen, but that is now green. Let's maybe do this one and this one for a nice blue. That note is blue. So the notes in here on the display, color code, they match with the ones down here. I thought that was nice. Any special surprises like stem separation? Why does everyone want stem separation? Give me a reason, because everyone said that's like one of the things that people say. Stem separation when? What are you going to do with it? Break the law, I suspect. If people wanted you to do stuff with their stems, they make them and give them to you. I think it's just, you're just going to steal stuff, aren't you? I don't care. Do what you want. Don't bother me. I think tilt accents the high or low notes of the chord. All right, let's try that, shall we? Where do we go? We go here. This one, expressive chords. Oh, I see. So it's like velocity. So if it's up, then it emphasizes there's more velocity on the high notes. And then this is more on the low notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122 interesting. Okay. Oh, wrong thing. Where am I? Drum rack. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I can sort of do something with this. It's all a little bit kind of bright, so I'm going to make a return chain here. And I'm just going to call it keys bus. Keys bus. Let's get these, route them to the keys bus. And then now what we can do is filter them all down at the same time. Put that on there. Oh, look, the new auto filter. Ooh, DJ. I'm a DJ now. That'll probably sound better out here. Let's That is actually very good. I've tried making one of those in Max. It's very, very, very difficult. So well done. Well done for doing that. Let's put it back to... All right, let's get another bit of this break. What is this? Yeah, I'm going to take that and party. That can go... Well, actually, what we'll do is we'll go here. We'll put this in choke group 1. Or 16 actually, and then we'll take a copy of that, put that there, and then I'll replace that sound with this one, and then I can kind of... Oh, it didn't do it. Why didn't it do it? Damn you. Oh, I need to put the start position there as well. Okay, let's try that again. Let's go back here. Let's put that in there. Good. Loop off. Loop off, loop start. Yeah, okay. Whoops. Okay, right, let's start that sequence again. Come out of envelopes. Why has it come to envelopes? That's weird. Let's trash that. Set 1 here. Duplicate this a couple of times, maybe. Where's duplicate? Where's duplicate gone? Where is it? There it is. All right, maybe I'll sort of... something like this, maybe. Sort of fairly inoffensive drum and bass thing. Let's see if we can make it a little bit offensive. Yeah, so Raw has MIDI like side chaining. Let's maybe like see what we can do with it. I tell you what, one thing I thought I would like to do before I get to that is try the bounce in place. So let's stop this a second. Let's go and get an operator here. Put that there. And very quiet. A little bit of pitch. And maybe a little bit of saturation. Where's the saturator? There. Soft clip. A bit of release, I think. All right, let's try this then. Let's make a clip here of C1. Let's see. Make that a little bit longer, I think. Oh no, that's wrong. Click that. Make it twice as long. Okay. All right, and then let's go bounce track in place. So why is that different from freeze and flatten? I never used to really use freeze and flatten. Freeze track is still there. Bounce to new track was never there. Have they just renamed it to bounce track in place? If so, why? What was wrong with freeze and flatten? Are these breaks available to buy? No, but you can get them on my Patreon. I'll put them on Patreon if you want. Come and join my Patreon. It's where all the cool kids are. So I think maybe bounce in place when you freeze and flatten, that trashes all of the instruments, doesn't it? I can't really remember. It really isn't. They've just accommodated the naming convention. That's kind of what I wondered. I was like, everyone was going bounce to track, and I was like, but you've got freeze and flattened. These people are just idiots. They don't try anything unless it's named the way that they're familiar with. Like, I want bounce to track. You've got that. It's called freeze and flatten. No, but I want it named the one that I know because I'm a sheep. Bouncing in place is more common than freezing and flattening as convention. Well, I mean, I think I've seen it in Logic and that, but why follow conventions? This is Ableton. I thought they were supposed to be different. Anyway, I don't care. I'm just being silly. Let's crop this. I don't really care. I feel bad now for calling everyone stupid. I'm going to go to hell. I'm going to get cancelled. Right. So yeah. So that was I'm going to go into more detail about this in a future video, I think, because I think it would be. You know what? I would like bounce in place in a drum rack. I would like to have been able to have done everything I just did and then right click and go bounce in place and it bounces to like drum sampler or something, or simpler. That would be really cool. Probably asking a little bit much. Anyway, so I can go and put that now in here. And I'll just call this bass. In fact, I'll call it bounce bass because we bounced it and it's a little bouncy. And let's mute. Can I do that from here? Mute. Yeah, I've just muted all of those cells. Right. So we can go now to, let's do some stuff here. Release up. One voice. We've got 16 pitches now, I think. So if I go scale, where is it? Oh, scale doesn't work in drum racks. That makes sense. We'll do it up here. Let's go minor blues or something. I thought I saw on the video that the 16, there's a hair on there. No one wants you there. I thought that the 16 pitches thing works with the scale awareness. I'm not 100% sure. Why don't we have a little more close-up look at the push? So I guess it's probably layout, 16 velocities, 16 pitches. That's so cool. When they put that on the move, I was like, that's a good move. And now they've put it on the push, so it's a good push. This is sort of like what the analog rhythm does that. So let's why isn't our little sequence playing? Yeah. I do really like that, actually. I really like on the move. I thought that was really good, and I'm glad they put it on the push. Go down an octave. Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can record something. Oh, God, what's all this crap playing? Okay. Let's try that again. At all. I haven't been using the push for a long time. Damn it! Why is all this stuff playing? Oh, it's because it's armed. That's right. Okay, turn that off. Turn that off. Okay, right now I'm gonna do it. Right now I'm gonna do it. God. Right. Oh, missed one at the start. Oh well. Record that pitch automation? Good question. Let's find out. How on earth does it do that? What if I want to change the pitch? Where would we go? Here? Let's have a look. Yeah, no, there's nothing there. MPE maybe? How on earth do you edit that? Wow, my Mac is really taking off. This is obviously quite demanding, this setup. So you have asked a good question, the person who asked that. Where have you gone in the chat? I can't see you. How does it record that? Introverted walrus. Well, introverted walrus. I can't actually seem to figure that out. Bounce bass mix. So that's just the mixer stuff. Ooh. Maybe it's under modulation, maybe? Yeah, you know what? I've got no idea. Maybe there's something on the push that will give us away. Oh, sorry, I was not showing anything on my screen. Edit. Done. Yeah, you've got me there. MPE pitch. MPE pitch. Let's have a look. Pitch bend. Ah. Look at this one. That's just pitch bend. Did I do any pitch bending? Let's have a listen to it. Where's MPE pitch then? MPE would make, yeah, but what's MPE pitch? Like, what is that? Where is that? We've got pitch, bend, slide, pressure, velocity, release velocity. So pitch bend is pitch MPE pitch. Is that what you're saying? So is that what I did? Ah, look at that. I think you are right. Well done, chat. Yeah, that is what I did. So if I want, oh, hello. What have I just done? Oh, I've ruined it. How, if I want to edit that, what would I do? Select that. Ah, I see. So, okay, you can kind of go up. Right. They must do it differently on the Move because the Move doesn't do MPE. So, wow. Well, yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, all right. That bass is not going to work with those keys. They're going to be really out. Let's go back to the drum rack here, and let's. I want the idea that I had won't work because it's using MPE pitch apparently. So I'm going to try it a different way instead. I'm going to leave that in there, but I'm going to what was I going to do? I'm going to go and get just like a little sort of burst of noise, perhaps from Operator or something. Let's set this to noise. Turn that like right down. And all right, we'll start with this. So I'm just going to kind of go back into the clip here, come out of MPE, and yeah, I'm just going to draw in like a load of notes like this, load of 16th notes. I'm going to select them all. I'm going to go to chants, pull the chants down, and I'm just going to solo this noise thing for a second. Play the clip. Okay, I'm going to make another return chain here. I'm going to call this one raw, and I'm going to go and get raw. I've done a video on this, but I thought I'd do it again as a little refresher. Let's send this, let's rename this to noise burst. Send that into raw. So we need to go into feedback. Yeah, is it delay or feedback? I can't remember which one it is. I think it might be delay. Maybe this one. right, let's turn on the MIDI sidechaining. And let's use MIDI to feedback note. And let's get that from the noise burst. So we're going to kind of use the MIDI from that noise burst to set the delay time in this feedback loop thing. So that would be post effects there. Oh, yeah. Now, if we go back to noise burst and go and get something like random, put the scale awareness on, set this to bidirectional and turn this up to about 50%. Let's go back to raw. Interesting. Chain for the breaks. Oh my goodness me, can't spell. Breaks. Let's get these two and route them to breaks. Then I can turn them down a little bit. Can I turn them down a little bit? Okay. Turn them down a little bit there, that's lovely. So that bass line sounds a bit stupid. I wonder what the difference is between feedback and delayed. Let's switch them. We're going to get there in a minute. We're going to get some interesting sort of evolving, nasty... Boost your mic, please. No, I won't. I'm already way too loud. Turn your volume up. Why are you putting it all on me? I've got enough on my plate as it is, and I'm having to turn my mic up. Turn your speakers up, mate. Go somewhere quiet. Is that louder? That loud enough for you? How about that? Someone's going to tell me to turn it down in a minute. So mic is too low or music is too loud? Which is it? How about this? Is that better? I'm really close to the mic now. Gosh, this is why I don't live stream. Right, let's get back to this. Let's get this pitched down, maybe 1 octave. Right, which is it, people? Am I too loud, too quiet? So you told me to turn it up, now you're telling me to turn it down? This is an absolute nightmare. Perfect now. Right, I will not touch anything. I will not touch anything else. Christ. Right, where was I? You know what? I'm just going to stop reading the comments. If you're gonna be silly, please invert your please phase invert your audio. Okay. Technically, I could do that, couldn't I? What would I use for that? I use that, wouldn't I? There we go. Phase inverted. Backflip. You have to pay extra for that. Right. Come on. I'm trying to make music. Bloody hell. God. Trying to make god-awful bass sounds. that's kind of fun. We could actually squash that a little bit more. We could put more raw on. Let's maybe go high on this one. So now you want it louder again, do you? This is just, I can't placate the levels of how many people are watching. 117 people. Like, I'm at 0 dB on my mixer. If I go any louder, someone is going to tell me that it hurts their ears. So let's see what was I just doing there? The morph. So let's get the morph onto LFO1 maybe. Dial that up a little bit there. Where is the LFO? Where's the LFO? Modulation. Here we go. Let's see what that's like. What on earth have I made? It's dreadful. Slightly slower, I think. Go back to that noise burst to get a bit more chance. I kind of thought it was a good idea, and now I'm sort of like, I can't. Also, I'm getting quite hot in here. My glass is getting a bit misty. which is really roaring. Is it roaring or kind of moaning? I don't know. Record a core. Now let's hear it with those chords we started with. So that's really bad. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to do, this is absolutely one of my favorite things that they've done. So the resonators, where's the resonator? Let's close this down. So the resonator, the spectral resonator, and I believe spectral time. Not spectral time, no. Maybe it's just those two. I had a feeling there was another one. I'm not too sure. Anyway, so the resonators are now scale aware as well, which is really good. However, so the first thing I thought was like, oh, well, I'm going to put it in a feedback loop with scale awareness on and then get some nice tuned resonator feedback stuff. But you know what's interesting? If you put that on a return track, it don't work. Scale awareness does not work on return tracks. So I thought, well, that idea isn't going to work. But I will not be defeated because you can do this in a drum rack. So why don't we try and do some scale-aware resonator feedback and see what we get. Create return chain. Let's go reso 1. Let's go and get that resonator and put that on that return chain. And we could maybe just kind of let this do its own thing. So now scale awareness works on a return track, which is very nice. So why don't we just maybe start by bussing the brakes? So let's turn all of these on, enable all sends, and let's bus the brakes to the resonator. Let's mute those keys. Is it panned all the way to the the width? Okay, I just remembered I had my phase inverted on there. So get rid of that. That was silly. That silly time has passed. All right, so like, what if we just kind of like got an expression control and just used it as like a trigger to randomize the pitches of the resonator whilst it's in the feedback loop. Let's go and get an expression control, and we can just go and put that on this track here. And this is going to be pretty fiddly to set up, but let's do it. So let's go random, set that to remote, go map, go to the resonator, and just select this one. And then we'll go back. Yeah, this is going to be very fiddly, but I will do it. I've started now. I must finish it. Okay, that one there. Okay, and then go to this. Go back here. Go to this. Go random. Go remote. Go map. Go here. Go there. Okay, I've done it with those ones. That'll do for now. Let's see if that's. And then we can just put a note in here. We could just put some along here like this. And maybe they could have their chance at maybe something like, oh, damn it. Okay. Actually, let's make them all play 100% chance. I've changed my mind. Okay, I'm going to do like one more. I am actually going to map that last one. Let's go here. remote, map, and map this one. Okay, a little bit too low. Let's maybe go something like 25% here, 75% there. And then let's try and feed it back into itself and just see what happens. Enable all sends. Let's go and get a thingy. What's it? What's the thing I like? Yeah, that thing. Get the limiter, put that there. Feed this back. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Maybe like not really with these drum breaks though. That could be fun again with sort of little bursts of stuff or something. Oh. Okay. Maybe a bit of reverb on that just to sort of smear it a little bit maybe. Could be an interesting way to find some So if we stop it and feed that back, wow. So it can sort of keep triggering the randomization of the notes whilst it's in the feedback loop. Let's record that. Let's just resample that. I bet I've lost the loop now. Oh, damn it! Okay, that'll do. That was kind of fun. Yeah. I mean, it was sort of a lot of crap, really. But let's maybe I can just sort of. I'm really not making anything with any kind of goal in mind. You know, I'm just sort of messing about. So let's maybe like get this down to something quite small. Well, not smaller, but crop it. Let's crop it. And let's maybe like put it in reverse and then put it on like texture or something and just maybe stretch it like just to see what that's like. Actually, I've changed my mind. Let's go back. was very, very nice. I'm going to use that in here. Let's go and get sampler. Let's put sampler in. And let's just drop that in there. And go back to our pattern here. What do I call that? Feedback jam. And let's maybe just trigger a few of those. I think I'll leave that feedback stuff in there, but I'm sort of done with using it now, but I'll leave it in there for the Patreon crew later if you want to have a look. Let's use more of these. Let's have more of those like that. In fact, let's have it on 8ths, and let's get the chance down on maybe. Well, actually, you can click here, and I'll do Shift, deselect that one. Okay, good. I can pull the chance down a little bit on those. Okay, let's just listen to that by itself. See what that's like. Let's max out the release. Turn it up a little bit. Is it playing? No, it's not. There we go. Right. Let's use some velocity to jump around the sample offset. Let's go into the clip. Let's get this, get the velocity, pull it down, put the deviation up, and then we can use velocity to randomly jump around the sample like that. A little bit loud. 32 voices, re-trigger off. So it's sort of a percussive texture for my stupid track. Send suddenly stopped working. That's strange. Did I mute it? No, I've just unmuted it. Is it? What's going on here? Oh, I turned it down. There we go. Something like one of these. Bosh, 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 boshty. There's also, so what was the other thing? There's scale awareness on the Spectral resonator as well, I think. So why don't we just slam that on the drums, and then I'm probably going to call it a day. Only wanted to just have a little poke around, not doing anything super, super hardcore. Just wanted to really ride the hype train, as it were, because Live 12 was out. Right, I'm waffling. Where's my stuff? Okay, so there's the breaks. Put the Spectral resonator here, and yeah, let's try and do the same thing with this maybe. So we turn scale awareness on there, we switch it on there, now it's in scale degrees. So yeah, we could do some MIDI side chaining on that as well. So what could we do that with? Let's just make a whole new. This is very weird. I wouldn't recommend making tracks like this. It's a lot to manage. where are we? Let's get random. Let's just put random on there and put the scale awareness on for that as well. Turn that up, set that to bidirectional, and we'll just draw in any old stuff here. What did I call that? Random. Okay, so I'll just do like, I'll just copy these ones here. There we go. Put those down there. Hey, that's nice. Yeah. That thing's getting on my nerves a little bit. Do something about that. And maybe go down an octave. Let's transpose it down 1 octave. Swampy. What it's like with our original chords that we started with, probably way out of that doesn't work at all. It's so stupid. That's a terrible idea. Oh well, you know, sometimes you think you're onto something and then it evolves into something else. Nothing wrong with that. I'll leave them in. Maybe we could sort of do something a little bit to give this a bit of a finishing touch. Actually, I think maybe I might go to that raw nonsense, and where is that? Let's put this all down. Let's put this all down. Where's my raw nonsense? Let's I don't really need these return tracks. Let's get rid of this. Oh yeah, you know what? I remembered what I had the idea that I was going to use that to MIDI sidechain something. I'm not going to do it. No. Moment's passed. What's that? We can get rid of that. Right, so here's raw. Okay, so let's maybe a high pass on the way in, maybe. Sounds like a tritone in there. Yes, because I'm using, I was using the minor blues, but it's switched back to major, which is a surprise. And probably the reason why that is because it's not set. So it's set to C minor blues there. All right, this is something I'm just going to address quickly as a sort of little bit of a teaser for things I'm going to do in the future. This took me a little while to figure out, and I kind of thought it was a bug. But the scale mode up here will update depending on what clip is playing. So I could effectively change the entire key of the scale awareness rig, as it were, because I'm routing MIDI to all kinds of scale aware plugins. I can effectively change the whole key by, say, duplicating this clip here, making it a different color, and then in here changing it from C minor blues to like F. Well, let's maybe make it something. Let's do like D sharp. D sharp minor blues. And then when I play this clip now, so you'll see this one playing C minor blues. If I go this one, now it's D sharp minor blues. So with like follow actions, you could do some mad stuff by like switching the scales of like the entire set. More on that another time. This live stream is partially a bit of a teaser for things that I'm going to do in the future. I've been waiting for this version to come along, and so I've been very careful on holding back on what I want to do. That raw thing is dreadful. I'm turning it off. It's ruining it. Should be an option to disable it. What do you mean? Well, if you turn it off in the clip, I think it turns it off. If it's off in the clip and you play the clip, then it's off there. So now nothing is scale aware now, I think. Even though the scale awareness plugins are on, chances are that it's not snapping to any scale because it's turned off there. That would be my guess. Disabling scale awareness in the clip isn't really the same because then you lose the scale on push. I don't really have a solution for that. You might just have to go without. I don't know. It took me a while to sort of work it out. And I was kind of thinking, a lot of people were talking about no global tuning, and I was kind of thinking, is that sort of another naming convention that people kind of want and don't realize that they have? But I realized that Ableton still doesn't really do that, because like in Logic, you can sort of transpose the entire song. The MIDI, if all the MIDI is like, you know, in a certain key, you can move it to, you know, to like down a semitone or something. And anyway. Is there anything else that's really excitingly new that I've sort of missed out? I see the operator now has 32 voices. There's the tagging thing, which I don't really use a huge amount. I feel like I've sort of done everything that I was going to look at. Yeah, maybe just kind of like, just maybe mix this for a little bit and just... Yeah, well, look. So when I click this clip here with scale awareness off, it turns it off up there. Can you see that? So you don't even really need to be. It is still slightly weird, I'll admit, because even though that clip is playing, if I select this clip, it changes it there. So I don't know what that means in terms of how it affects everything else in the set that's scale aware, as it were. I think it might just be that it doesn't actually switch. And also, if you have multiple ones on different clips, if a different clip has a different key, then I think it must only be for, you know what, let's just try and work it out. Let's just try and figure it out right now. Okay, so let's go and get electric. Let's go and get electric here, and let's draw in some stuff here. I'll just draw in like a C here, like that. Turn that off. Okay. So that is set. Let's set this to C major. So this is playing C major. If we go and get a MIDI effect thing, let's go and get random. Turn that, turn that scale aware on. Okay, let's duplicate that. Go into this clip, set this to C minor. Play this one. Now this one. Okay, let's duplicate this. Let's set this one to D major. This is going to sound terrible. And this one to D minor. Now I think that it's going to switch the scale, but only for the track that it's on. And so this kind of becomes sort of redundant. I don't really know. Anyway, let's just play these both at the same time. mean, there's no way of telling if it's even in tune. This is a terrible example. But I mean, my guess would be is that whatever is on the track that uses scale awareness snaps to what's the one that's in the clip, not the one that's up here. So I'm still sort of figuring this out. And I know that this isn't a 12.2 thing. Anyway, we don't really need to. Let's go back to my cool track. Okay, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get do one version where there's no brakes. Let's turn the brakes off on that, and we can just have like a little sort of a break from the brakes, as we say in the music business. Kind of a nice little sort of texture just by itself. Yeah, I think probably 16 pitches in drum racks is absolutely a favorite new feature for me. Scale aware resonators, another exciting new feature for me. I can't really think of anything else. There's just a whole load of stuff in Max 9 that I'm excited about, including my browser. Where is my browser thing? Yeah, my browser thing. This wasn't hard to make. If you don't want to get it on Patreon, you could probably make it yourself. But go and get it from Patreon, come on. Because I've got some other things that I'm working on there as well. So somewhere I've got... where is my Max file? So I'm trying to update... Wow. I'm trying to sort of update the world visualizer stuff. And what I want to do is the same concept of having a separate viewer, and then you have visualizers that are sort of instruments that will render to the... In fact, why don't we just try this on this? Let's put this on here. See if this works. Yeah, it's working. Right, okay. So so that's a device that's rendering to the viewer, which is actually on... Let's put this on the master. But what I'm excited about is that you'll be able to adjust the opacity of the devices from the track volume, which if I've used the API correctly, maybe I haven't. No, is it this one? Yeah, I mean, this is kind of when I suck at the API stuff. Because that needs to be the track number. So actually that needs to be track 3. I wonder if I could just quickly edit this right now. Let's see if we can just edit in Max. Surely I can do tracks $ with the index. So let's change that to $1. And that, why has that got a, that's a load bang. I don't really need that. This is kind of not really important, everyone. I just want to see if this works. Let's save that, close it, go back. Damn it, where's Ableton? Where's Ableton gone? Come back, come back. Right, so now if... Yes, it works, right. So when you turn the track down, it will turn down the visualizer data that's going to the viewer. So you can you'll be able to sort of mix stuff out by using the fader on the track. It's kind of nice. That's going to be my sort of summer into winter project. Hey Ned, can you make a living from music, or do you have a day job? Well, I used to have a day job. Now I do this full time. Full time, well, I don't really know. I don't know if full time is really the word, but I do this full time. Whether I'm making a living from music, I don't know. I'm sitting here making music, and generous people from the public patronize me to do that. Whether I'm making a living from music or not is a little bit more vague. But I would say, yes, I am. No, I don't have a day job. Sometimes think about getting one, though, just to meet people.
It's a bit boring being a full-time content creator.
All right. One of my esteemed patrons actually earlier asked me if I had any ideas for kind of doing Groovebox stuff on the push. I'm going to get into that at some point. Other things I'm going to do, I'm going to try and sequence Ableton using the Elektron Octatrack. I really want to do a video about my Novation remote because that's got so many cool things on it that I haven't really given it much time. The problem is it's so long, it would be really difficult to shoot. And also there's a Move update coming as well. So there's just so much stuff to get excited about. I'm tired from the excitement. One of the issues with scale awareness is the wording. Some people think it's global scale. Well, yes, but if it was, it would be called that, wouldn't it? It is a slightly strange. I really, really like it, but I do still sort of slightly not understand what this is about. I kind of feel like I still want to understand, like, if. You know what? Let's just do another quick test. Because I feel like that I'm going to ruminate. I'm going to ruminate if I don't try this. Let's do that test again. Let's get electric. Let's put that in there. Go that. Do this again. Now, if we turn that off, see, now it's gone off there. All right, let's get the random thing in. Turn scale awareness on. Yeah, that's weird. So when I update it there, it updates it there. But if I change this one to D, see, it updates it there as well. Oh, I don't get it. I should read the manual. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'll just do that again. Here we go. So I'm trying to be clever and use multiple streaming sources on my OBS, but I'm losing track. Sorry. Let's do that again. So the switching it here is going to switch it there. So I thought that this was independent of this. It appears that it is not. If I change to this one here, that will change to reflect what is in the clip. But if I change that one there, that also changes as well. How that works in other tracks, I don't know. Let's go to this one. So maybe this is just a mirror of what, this is like a way to see what the scale of the currently selected clip is, and then you can change it there. Maybe. So if we go to that one, that goes back to D-Dur, and yeah. This set will be on my Patreon very soon when I wrap up. So go and sign up now. Clip aware. Perhaps it is clip aware. Clip aware. Clip aware by Ableton. Okay, I'm done now. It's getting very hot in this room. So thanks for watching. I was a little bit cranky. I was a little bit cranky during that stream. I'll be honest, I sometimes find streaming and trying to make music at the same time a little bit stressful. When I do More Kicks Than Friends, I'm just chilling and hanging out and chatting and watching stuff. But when I'm trying to get stuff done and I'm trying to keep up with the comments, I get a little bit... So I apologize. Okay, I'm going to go and put this on Patreon now, and I'll see you again for more of this stuff, malarkey, in the future. Have a nice time. Enjoy Live 12.2 and anything else that's fun that's come out this week. Okay, thanks, everyone. See you. Bye.